Hello, just checking in to see if any of you wonderful YouTubers are out there while I am just sitting out here in the bush waiting for a fire to burn out. And it's very, very sunny here. I don't know how much shade to go to. I guess a lot of people may be watching the sports that's on right now. I'm going to give it a few more. Hey, KP, how are you doing? From Louisiana. How are you doing, my man? It's good to see you. Great, great. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm sitting here in the sun, and I was wondering if people could see me. Well, hey, She Fires, hi. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining in. I'll be seeing you in a few hours. The Watchman, hi. Okay, good so far. Enjoying the day. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you are. Yeah, hey Dan, how you doing? Hey, happy belated birthday, Dan. I guess you feel younger. Yeah, yeah, guys. I'm just out here in the bush, um, just out here practicing these wonderful skills. Shelter. I built a shelter. I did an enclosed tarp shelter, and let's see. Of course, I brought my water with me, and yep, you're welcome, Dan. And I brought my food with me, and of course, the fun part is the fire. I really like making the fire. Yep. All that's left is to build the fire and using, okay, kumbaya. Yeah, you know what I did today? I actually used I used fat wood that I harvest from this location. And I used it's a Gerber LMF II knife. And that knife has serrated edges halfway. And I made the feather sticks with the serrated edge. A lot of people are not fans of serrations, but I really like serrations. Um, the serrations are basically for cutting rope and things like that. Yeah. Well, thank you, She Fires. But yeah, the knife. Um, let's see if I can get it out of the sheath. This is a knife that's our military force used to use. I'm not sure if they do, but I don't know if you guys can see this, but the edges are serrated, and you can get some great feather sticks with this. So I hadn't used this knife in a very. Hey, Coffee, how are you doing? Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see everyone in the chat. That's the yeah, my fire's somewhat going down, and but let me show you these feather sticks real quick. I mean, these are some of the feather sticks that I made with the serrations. And if you see that fire, if I just put these feather sticks in here quick. They're gonna blaze real quick. So as soon as I get a blaze, I'm gonna show you. These things they are loaded with resin. This wood here, I don't know if you can see the reddish, that's resin. So I use this to start my fire today. So I'm just tossing all of this in here, and there's going to be a blaze real quick, and I'll show it to you. But in the meantime, I also made a I made a yeah, guys, I appreciate hitting that thumbs up. I made a enclosure tarp. I did one at home, but I wanted to do it out here in the bush, and this is it. Now, I guess because of my height, I have the trek pole very high, which causes this to somewhat not stand out. But it has a door, and this is the door. So you can actually enter it. That's the inside of it. But and then to close it, I just put the stakes through here, a 10 stake through here, and it's closed. So you're fully enclosed with this type of shelter. I hope you guys can see this, but and I pulled the back out here just to give me a little bit more room. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing in the bush today, trying to always perfect something. So I'm gonna burn all of this wood before I leave here. But can you see the resin that's burning there? And I'm just gonna toss all this fat wood on here. I was thinking about taking it home, but I have so much fat wood at home already, so. Yeah, that's gonna be a blaze in a few minutes, but so how is everyone doing? Let's see, who do we have here? I am Betty Garden. How are you doing? Good to see you. The everyday ODC chick. How are you doing? Maryland, Virginia, and DC. Yes. Let's see. YouTube police. Okay. Janet Outdoor. Hey Janet, how you doing? Yeah, Janet, I've really been enjoying your videos. Yeah, those are, man, you make those meals look so good. Yeah, those meals really look good. But yeah, let's see. I'm trying to read this chat. I think that's Vision. Do I see Vision? Yeah, hey, how you doing, Vision? Good to see you. Yeah, hey, Backwoods, what's going on? Yeah, Backwoods, man. I hope this they're liking you much better, you know. But hey, you just keep doing what you're doing, man. I enjoy your shows on Thursday and every time you come on. But yeah, guys, I'm just the thing about being in the bush, it's so relaxing. You know, when you're out here, it's just quiet. It's very quiet. It was a somewhat little noisy earlier because today is youth day for turkey hunting, and they only had it until 12 o'clock. So I heard a couple of shots, and you know, I heard some turkeys. But it would be my luck that when I come out here for turkey hunting in May, I won't see a turkey or hear a turkey anywhere. But yeah, I will be coming out here for turkey hunting. But yeah, I think that fat wood's catching now. But yeah, I mean, I use everything. You know, I used everything. All my fire started from all of the wood that I processed here. You know, usually, well, I always bring more ways than one to start a fire. I bring cotton balls and Vaseline, Gorilla Tape. You know, you can start a fire with Gorilla Tape. Last night I took some jute twine and took it apart and made a bird's nest. I didn't use that, but when I started sawing some wood, I just said, you know what, I'm just going to use all of the natural materials here at this location. So, yeah, I'm trying to see this chat because the sun is really... do we have wild boars? No, you know what? I haven't seen any wild boars out here. I haven't seen any wild boars out here, but if I do see them, I'm prepared to deal with them. Um, let's see, who is it? Hey, Belt Loop, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Yeah, no, but I don't want to see any wild boars out here. Um, I thought it was strange. Yeah, but no, we I haven't seen any wild boars at this particular location. But maybe 40 miles from here, I know some individuals that have had wild boars coming through their yard and things like that. But no, I haven't seen any wild boars. And like I said, I don't want to see any. Yeah, yeah. So anyone getting out in the woods or the bush or doing anything? Yeah, guys, I'm trying to see this chat. This sun is really. Let's see. I think I see steel and tree. I think that, yeah. I'm straining my eyes. Um, yeah. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, guys, I have a lot of time on my hands. I came out here. Actually, I didn't get here until about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I just put up the shelter, which was about maybe 10 minutes. Um, and this shelter, you can make this shelter with 4 tent pegs, but I use every grommet, every tie out because I really wanted to make it secure. So, but the thing about that shelter with that mylar on the inside, it's really really warm. In about 5 minutes, you're ready to come out of there. So that tarp is actually a winter tarp, and I'm waiting on. I ordered another tarp that is not mylar. It's a 10 by 10, or they call it a 3D. Well, guys, you can see the fire where the fat wood has caught. It was only a matter of time. Yeah, there. So yeah. So I'm waiting on another tarp. Because you can make so many configurations out of a tarp. I mean, I think I've made like the lean-to, the A-frame. I've made something with a floor on the inside. Um, Low profile stealth shelter, Adirondack shelter, this enclosed tarp. They're very, very, there are a lot of configurations that you can make with tarps. And that's one of the reasons I like tarps, besides being very, very portable and they're light, Oh, that fire is really going now. When that resin, I don't know if you guys can see the black smoke. That's all of that fat wood that's burning. And I don't know if you guys can see, let's see, I don't know if you guys can see the resin that's in here, that's burning there. Yeah, this fat wood it really took off. Wow, I just heard a gobble. Yeah, I hope they're out here when I come out here. Let's see, who else do I see here? Oh, the watchman. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna have some tea, but actually it's a little too warm for tea right now. I'm gonna let this fire burn out, and I'm just drinking water right now. This is what I have, and I have another one, which is the 40 ounce that I use to put the fire out. Make sure that the fire's out, even though this ground is wet. For some reason this ground, it stays wet here. We get a lot of rain, and I guess because there's so many trees at this location, maybe that's preventing it from drying up. But yeah, this is so with the water that I have, the 40 ounce, the extra 40 ounces that I have, and with this wet mud, it won't be any problem extinguishing this fire. Making sure that it is securely out. I always put my hand on it. to make sure that I don't feel any warmth. Uh, because I don't want to take a chance, with an ember catching a root or something like that later on. But hey, Billy Bird, how are you? Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, camping fires are pretty much banned during the summer up here in the Pacific. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was in Texas last summer, and I wanted to do some bushcrafting, but they had a burn ban. You couldn't do anything. And it was just really, really, really hot there last year. I mean, it was so hot that it hurt. I mean, you didn't want to come out of your house until maybe 6 or 7 p.m. But yeah, I can imagine that they don't want you to have any fires over on the Pacific coast right now. Yeah, yeah, those fires they're not a good thing, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm very careful with the fires. That's the hey Gina, I mean who's this Jima Nana? How are you? Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. Hey Matt Shad, how are you? Erie Coast, every day, never forget. Hey, I'll be seeing you pretty soon. Looking forward to it. Yeah, man. Thanks for dropping in, Matt Shad. I definitely appreciate it. So what's been going on in Ohio? I'm sure everybody's getting ready for Ohio for the meetup that is May 2nd through the 5th in Dayton, Ohio. That's hosted by Vision Preparedness. Yeah, I went last year. It was really good. And now I've been to some other meetups, and these meetups are really, really interesting. I mean, you meet some great people, like-minded people. It's just like you've known them for so long. When you meet them. So I'm really looking forward to it. There are other meetups that I've missed that I know there's one in I think that's in Georgia in November. I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind. I would like to go. I would like to go to that meetup, and I know there was one in North Carolina not too long, or there's going to be one. I think there was one in South Carolina. Um, but yeah, yeah, guys, I apologize. I'm still trying to see this chat, and it's very bright here. The sun is somewhat blocking it. But yeah, I definitely like the meetups, man. You meet good people. You learn a lot, and it's also good relaxation. At least for me, it is good relaxation. But yeah, but yeah, guys, I'm just out here. Once I get home, I'll do the usual, dump the clothes, hit the shower, clean my knives. I did use a hatchet today, very, very little, but I wanted to use this Gerber LMF II because I hadn't used it in so long. And I mean, there's so many things that you can do with a knife that, I mean, you can actually come out in the bush with just a knife if your skill levels are that good, and just survive with the knife. I mean, you can. What I think they call it, beaver cut a tree, cut it down. You can do it that way. That's basically just taking the blade of the knife and going around the tree with a baton, hitting it at different angles. Um, you can fell a tree that way. Uh, yep, 59 and super sunny. Okay. Yeah, I just have on two layers of clothes. Even though I have another jacket, it won't be needed. So when I go out of here, that will be in my backpack. So yeah, actually doing work here, I started to sweat, but I guess hey, it's that time of the year. The temperatures are going up in some places. But yeah, I can imagine 59 in Ohio. Yeah, I can see that easily. But yeah, guys, my thing again, just trying to perfect these skills, man. There is so much to bushcrafting that you know sometimes you just have to. I have to say, well, I'm not gonna learn it all. It's not like you're getting a degree or anything like that. It's not a final destination. It's just a continuous journey. You learn and learn and learn and learn. Um, but what I'm trying to do now, um, who's this? Whole Southern Cooks. Hey, how you doing? No, yeah, my eyes are bad. I can't see. Let's see. Whole Southern Cooks. Okay, I can make a 10 size fortification. Okay, Gary. Okay. Oh, with a knife. Okay. Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you, these knives are. I mean, these knives really thrill me. I said I gotta stop collecting these knives, but I continuously see more and more knives. There's a knife called Hofner Beast. Hofner Beast. If you guys get a chance, pull that knife up. That thing is almost. I mean, it's all steel, and it's used by law enforcement. It's a tanto style. Um, I think, what is that thing you use to open doors? Anyway, Hofner Beast. That is an awesome knife. I'm I haven't bought it. Trying not to buy it. But another knife is I think it's Tom Brown. It's a what is it? Track. It's a Track 6 made by, I think it's Tom Brown. That is a heck of a knife as well. Um, I'm only a little over an hour away from Smoky Mountain Knife. Wow. Oh, you stop in Smoky Mountain. Yeah. I haven't been there, but I keep saying when I drive again, I have to make a long drive and going through Tennessee. I'm just going to spend a day at Smoky Mountain Knives. I understand that that is the largest knife store in the U.S. So, but I get their Cadillacs. I get their catalogs, and I look at a lot of their products online. But they have some really wonderful cutting tools. But the let's see, the last cutting tool I bought was a Gerber VersaPro, and I bought that knife many years ago, and I overheard a conversation, and I misinterpreted the conversation, so I returned the knife. And after I learned more about it, I said, I wish I had kept that knife. So I said, the first opportunity I get, and I see that knife, I'm going to purchase it. So I saw it, and it was only like maybe a $4 increase. So I purchased it, and I'm glad I did. But the one prior to that, which I think is my favorite, is the Becker BK21. If you guys get a chance, pull that knife up and take a look at it. On the handle, I just put a baseball grip. That thing fits my hand so well. It chops so well. It splits. It's a large knife, and you can even do carving with that knife. Feather sticks, pot hangers, everything. But yeah, my Becker BK21 is awesome. I really like that. And another favorite that I have, you guys look this one up also. Condor King Kukri Machete. That is a beast of a cutting tool. It has that convex grind like an axe. Is The weight is forward. What they call it, heavy forward, or the weight is forward. It is really nice. But I haven't brought that one out in a while either. Again, every time I come into the bush, I bring a different knife because I want to be able to take any knife, anything that's sharp, and do what is necessary with it when I am in the bush. So that's one of my fascinations with knives, because a knife, you can do almost anything in the bush. I see my fire's going out just as planned. But yeah, guys, I'm just out here relaxing enjoying Mother Nature. You know, I uh, I wanted to do an overnighter, but I'm not going to do it. Every time I get ready to do one, something comes up. I have not done an overnighter since November the 19th, 2023. I am well overdue for an overnighter, but I won't even be able to get into the bush next weekend. Um, I have some traveling to do. Um, so that's going to, I won't be able to get out in the bush, but as long as we have these tools, the telephones and the laptops, I'll still be able to do something. Yeah. Oh, the kukri. Yeah, yeah, Matt Chat. Those kukris, I mean, they're just, not only are they look intimidating, they perform very well. Um, the kukri that I brought to Ohio last year, it is a it's a condor heavy duty knife with a 10-inch blade. I mean that those things are so nice that sometimes I say I don't even want to bring them into the bush. But what's the purpose of having them if you're not going to come out here and use them for what they're intended to be used for? But yeah, man, the kukri knives are just awesome. Another great knife is um, Kershaw Camp 10. It's somewhat of a bolo style, has a 10-inch cutting blade. That is a very very nice cutting tool. Um, and that one's budget friendly as well. I've seen them run about $50. I've seen them anywhere from $50 to $90, but they're really nice. But also another good cutting tool, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, the Bud K kukri. You can get that from $20 to $25. The only thing about the Bud K kukri, a lot of them, they don't they're not very sharp, so you really have to sharpen those, and that's something good to practice with, sharpening your kukri. If you have to sharpen that, you're going to put some time into it, but I have one. I've gotten it razor sharp. I mean, it slices paper like no one's business. But there's so many good cutting tools out there that I'm just truly amazed at them. Truly amazed. But yeah, guys, I'm just out here um, enjoying Mother Nature. I prepared me a meal with just some mashed potatoes and I had a salad. Nothing really fancy. You know, I've said earlier that it's amazing that your food tastes so much better when you're in the bush. Hey, let's see, Prepared Irishman, how are you doing? Yeah, that's right, Condor. Condor, man, I really can't say any knife is my favorite or any brand is my favorite. I like them all. But yeah, Irishman, today, I used the Gerber LMF II. This is used by it was used by our military. And notice that serrated edge. That serrated edge makes fabulous feather sticks. I used to not really like serrated edges, but I really do. As a matter of fact, I'm looking for a cutting tool where the blade is all serrated, a fully serrated cutting edge. Uh, but I have not seen one. But if I ever do, wherever I see it and the price is right, it's going to come out of that vendor's inventory. That's for sure. Yeah, I just like the way they cut. Um, but yeah, I hadn't brought this knife out in almost a year. So like I said, I try to rotate my knives, and it was time for this one. Uh, you know, there's always pros and cons of every cutting tool. The only con I would say about this knife, the LMF2, is that the blade is 4 inches. but for its use and for its purposes, the 4-inch blade is perfect. I don't know if you guys know the history of those LMF the Gerber LMF II. I understand that they were issued to Air Force pilots. So in the event of an unfortunate scene, that it can cut through the fuselage because the handle it has some type of rubber on it that will prevent you or prevent the person or the pilot from getting shocked. So and to have that serrated edge that will cut metal, cut rope easily, and then you have a saber grind edge. The saber grind edge is probably, well, I'm pretty sure the saber grind edge is probably the second strongest cutting edge there is. I think the convex is the strongest. The convex is basically used on hatchets and axe and just think of a football, the way the edge is made on the for a convex, but the saber grind is more or less like a V. But yeah, the LMF2, it is serrated edge, and the front portion is a saber grind. So I can understand why it was designed that way, uh, and its use. It's basically a survival knife because what I've found out lately is that whenever you have finger guards, I don't know if you can see this, finger guards, that's more or less a survival knife. And excuse me, that's going to keep your hand from slipping to the blade. But yeah, guys, check out that serration. Yeah, the serrations, they do work well. I was surprised when I found out how well they make feather sticks. Yeah. Let me see. Angela, would you still recommend the Swiss Tech Starling for a begin? Most definitely, the Swiss Tech, man, that is a knife that I shouldn't say this, but I baby that knife. That knife is so awesome. I had been looking for it, and when I saw it, there was not a second thought. And the thing about that Swiss Tech, it even has an indention for the ferrocerium rod. It comes with a ferrocerium rod. Uh, it's carbon steel. No, I think it's called an AUS 8 steel, but it strikes very well. And the sheet, you can wear the sheet horizontal or vertical, but I would definitely recommend the Swiss Tech Starling as a beginner, or even for a professional. I always carry two knives. I always carry two knives, and I always carry two saws. Why? Hey, I just do. The saw that I have with me today is a Corona saw, and my backup saw today is a Baco Laplander. Now the Corona saw it's a 10-inch blade, and it cuts on the pull only. The Baco Laplander is a 7-inch blade, and it cuts on the push and the pull. But for some reason, it seems like I can cover more ground with the 10-inch. But each one of those saws have their purposes. Both of them are great saws. But I always bring two saws in the event if one breaks, I have another one. And with knives, I always have two. One breaks, I have another one. But I have the hatchet. Three cutting tools that I always bring with me is an axe or a hatchet, a knife, and a saw. Even if I'm coming out just for one day, I'm going to have those tools. If I'm out hunting, I'm going to have those three tools. They may be smaller, but I'm going to have a hatchet, I'm going to have a knife, and I'm going to have a saw. Now, of course, you can use a bone saw when you're field dressing a deer, but I always, I don't have those cutting tools are not very large, but anytime I go hunting, even when I go fishing, I'm going to have those three tools with me. They're just a part of me. You just can't have too many. Two is one and one is none. That is so true. That is so true. But yeah, the cutting tools, man, those things are so important, so important. And also, I'm thinking about I have the Estwing axe, which is 26 inches. I have their smaller axe, which is 18 and 3/4 of an inch, and then I have their sportsman hatchet, which is 13 inches. And I really like all three of them because they're all steel, they're tubular, and you don't have to worry about the head ever getting loose. But I really want to try out a axe or hatchet with a wooden handle. I've been looking at some of them, and I'm looking at. I mean, the ones I've looked at. Wow, what is the name of it? It's on the tip of my tongue, but they're quite expensive. They're made in Sweden, I believe, but and the steel is very very hard on them, the ones that I'm looking at. So but they're very good, and um, I think I want to just try one out. Hey, Merlin, how are you doing? My cousin in Seguin. We'll be seeing you soon. But yeah, I want to. It's like, do I really need another hatchet or axe? No. I also have this fireman hatchet. I have not used it. It is totally flat and 90% of it. Well, let's say 3/3 of it has a cutting edge on it, and it's basically something that firemen use. And I have not used that one yet. But I just gotta bring that one out here in the bush and just play with it and see how well it works. But yeah, man, me and cutting tools, and I forgot to mention, I always have a very very inexpensive knife with me. This little knife here, if you notice, serrated edges as well. I mean, this knife, very, very inexpensive, but hey, it does what it's supposed to do. So, I mean, I've even felled trees with this when I was out fishing, and there are some trees in the way that's getting in the way of you doing of casting. So I just put out my little knife and of course it was green. It was some limbs. I didn't cut the tree down. I just removed some limbs. You don't want to just cut green trees down because it takes a long time. You carry the Fisher hatchet, very light and tough. I haven't been able to break it yet. Okay, yeah, and see that's another thing. Once you use a wooden handle, um, you got to learn how to. I think the proper term is hang it. Um, and I've always said, wow, I don't want to be out there and it breaks on me. It's not going to happen if you use. I think if you use any tool properly, the way that it is meant to be used, you're not going to have a problem. Everything wears out, but I don't think you're going to have a problem if you're not over striking with the wooden hand with the handle. If you're not hitting it against the wood, I think you'll be fine. Will it ever come loose? Yes, but same thing with the S wings that I have. Hey, the head will never come loose, but they're tubular. Can you bend them? Yes, you can. If you abuse them, you will bend them. So, I mean, anything you use cutting tools for what they're used for. I don't, I like with the if you guys are familiar with the Bowie knives that have the clip point, the little dip. One I have is called a Mossy Oak Overwatch, which is a clip point. I just recently learned really the purpose of that. I mean, it's for penetration, but it's also I saw one yesterday where I don't know the proper name for the cutting edge on the clip point, but it was very sharp, and so it has a purpose. But that tip point, you can really break it easily. if you abuse it. But if you use that clip point for what it's supposed to be used for, it will last you a long time. I have one that I bought several years ago. Um, it's called a Browning 512, and I've been very, very pleased with it. No problem whatsoever. Uh, let's see. I've learned. Yeah, guys, I apologize if I'm missing the chat. Um, I've learned the hard way. Don't use a what's this bearded axe. Oh, in the bush, it will break. Okay, yeah, I like the bearded axe, man. Those things, but you can carve well with them. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've saw. And the thing about the bearded axe, it has a very what sometimes like a maybe a 4 or 5 inch cutting edge, and you can really choke up on those things to do carving. So yeah, I've been looking at those. Those are nice though. The bearded axe, yeah. Another axe that I saw. What is the name of that axe? Some of you guys in the chat may know. You slide it on from the bottom, and it's all round. It's totally round. And when you finish with it, you can remove the head from the handle, and go on to once you're finished. I would like to have one of those one day. But yeah, if any of you guys, I can't think of the name right now. Hey, almost homesteading. How are you doing? Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, guys, I appreciate all you guys dropping in. Um, but yeah, I'm just out here. I am just enjoying Mother's Nature. It is so nice to just. Now I can hear vehicles. I'm maybe 280, 280, 285 yards from a vehicle, but I didn't want to go in very far. I just really wanted to come out here today, and actually put the enclosed shelter up, and I was in it, and I'm convinced that with the roll bed, I mean I could sleep in there very comfortably. Again, with that tarp, with it having the mylar, it heats up really, really fast. So with the weather like it is now, I don't want to stay in there now. But again, I've ordered another 10 by 10, so I can use it for the same purposes. I'll have one for the winter and one for the summer, one for the colder months, one for the warmer months. But yeah, guys. So again, y'all know those four important things: shelter, water, food, and fire. You need those to survive in the wilderness. And then you also have to think about your survival skills. If you're injured, is it safe to try to move to a better location so that you have a better chance of being rescued? Or do you stay there? I think the first thing to do if you're in a survival situation is do not panic. Stay calm, keep your bearings, don't panic. If you have prepared properly, search and rescue is going to find you, because first of all, someone is going to know where you are. If you don't call them by a certain time, they have numbers to call other folks. So, but also you don't want to be overzealous. You don't want to walk fast in the bush or in the woods, forest, whatever. You have all these leaves. You don't want to twist your ankle. You don't want to fall and twist your wrist or anything like that. You don't want to cut yourself. So there's never, in my opinion, there's never a reason to rush anything when you are in the bush. Now, when I come into the bush like for a day, I don't look at my watch, well, my phone. I don't want to know the time until I have eaten, because when I eat, that's the very last thing that I'm going to do. I may make some coffee or tea or something like that afterwards, but I know I don't have to harvest any more wood. I don't have to use cutting tools. I'm not going to be wandering out from my camp for any reason. So then I will look at my time, because time is very, very, very important when you're in the bush. But here again, I'm just practicing. So time really wasn't an issue with me today. I just wanted to get this last session in Um, because I won't be able to get in the bush for a few more weekends. But there are always things that I can do at home uh, to improve. But one thing that I'm looking forward to doing, one thing I've come to get a lot better with is, let me show this to you. We all need this. The compass. The compass is very, very, very important. I am able to walk a straight line. Um, I used to have a problem with latitude, but this compass will ensure that you are walking a straight line. And the good thing about it, whenever I get to my location, I let the person know exactly where I am. I give them the bearing. So if they know my yardage, and my bearing, whoever's looking for me, the game warden or whoever, they can come directly to me. So if you notice, you learn the thing about the directional arrows on it, the housing on it. I mean, this is really, really important, guys. This is just one aspect of bushcrafting, learning how to use a compass, but and also learning how to use the ranger beads, paste beads. You can determine how far you are by using the ranger beads. There are 9 of them, and every 1,000 yards or 100 yard, I mean every 100 yards, you pour down a bead, and when you get to 900 and you pour the last one, you can. There's one bead that you push up, which indicates you have been 1,000 yards. And also another thing to learn with navigation is a topographical map. If you learn how to read that map and you have the map of the area that you're going to be bushcrafting in, they can drop you off. Anyone can drop you off. You can find out where you are, find your way back, or find your way to where you want to go. So I'm familiar with topographical maps. Short name is um, um, what is it? Um, Topography maps. That's what they're called. But there's a short name for them. I can't remember right now. But yeah, so those are things that I'm still working on. Navigation, when again includes the compass, ranger beads, topo map. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Topo map. But also, I am now really engaging in foraging, learning the plants, what's edible. To my surprise, I didn't know I had dandelion in my backyard. So I'm waiting for him to get a little taller, and I'm going to be having some dandelion in my salads or dandelion um, tea. But I've been really engaging with the rosemary, the mint, basil, all of those good flavors. Valerian root. I mean, they're really, really, really good. So yeah, guys, if you get a chance, try those out. But of course, I bought those in the store, but I think the only thing I've actually really forged in the bush is pine needle. I made pine needle tea. Of course, I've had acorns as well. But yeah, again, Mother Nature provides everything. If you come into the bush, Mother Nature provides every single thing that you need. You can build your shelter just with leaves and sticks and just greenery. You can build your shelter. You know, I mean, you can even, if you know how to make a sharp edge from a rock, you have your knife. If you need something to dig with, you can make your own digging stick. It's just that I have the convenience of a shovel here, but yeah, everything you need, it's in the bush. You just have to know how to find it and know how to use it. So yeah, let's see. Try to climb the deadfall up to the ridge. Let me see. Yeah, guys, this really it's really blocking. I should be in some shade somewhere. Pine needle tea is awesome. Yeah, yeah, it is. It really is. I enjoyed it. Okay, high in vitamin C. Okay, yeah, I was just getting ready to think: is it vitamin C or vitamin A that it's high in? But yeah, guys, getting back to nature. I mean, I wouldn't advise people to just, you hear a lot of people say, I'm gonna go bug out into the bush. Even with what I know now, I just wouldn't run out to the bush to bug out. And the reason I say that is because I've never done more than one night by myself in the bush. And I think really to test your skills as a true bushcrafter, this is just my opinion. You have to stay 3 days and 2 nights minimum. And then I think you qualify to say, hey, I'm a bushcrafter that can stay out there. Like I said, I've stayed out more than one night, but it's with other guys. But for myself, I've only stayed out overnight. I've only stayed overnight by myself. And it was a one nighter. So, and the thing is, I've even said that I'm gonna leave the next day about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock during the day. But when you get up and you hear the birds chirping and the sun coming up and all of that, and for me, I don't want to sleep really, even though I have to sleep, because if I harvest all this wood and I process all this wood, I want to see it burn. So I'm up so much when I stay up overnight that the next morning, 6 or 7 o'clock, it's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. And I really wanted to stay to like 11 or 12. So I mean, but it's step by step, but yeah, I really like seeing the fire burn. I mean, I think that's one of the, I mean, it's nature, the crackling, popping of the fire, I can't wait to do it overnight. I bought these little, I don't know what they are. You throw them into the fire and they make different colors and so forth. Hey, Pilgrim, how you doing? Hey, Living Natural, how are you? It is good to see you. Just checking your live, okay? Yeah, how are you doing, Living Natural? It's good to see you. But yeah, I even bought these. I don't know what they're called, but when I do an overnighter, I'm gonna put them in the fire, and it makes the fire turn different colors. So if anyone know what that is, But yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to my next overnighter. It probably won't be until, let's see, this is April, sometime in May. Sometime in May, I'm really looking forward. But for me, I think you have to build up to it. For me, it seems like I have to do 2 days in the bush before I go do an overnighter. I mean, I'll do it on this Sunday or this Saturday, and next week I'll do it on Saturday or Sunday, and the third week got to do an overnighter, and the fourth week I can just sit back and relax and think about getting ready for the next week. So yeah, in the hood, hit the woods at night. Yeah, stay till daybreak. Cops and gangs don't do nighttime in the woods. Yeah, 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 yeah. And you know what? Another thing about staying overnight, you will get used to hearing some sounds that you have not heard. How many people have actually heard trees rub together at 2 o'clock in the morning? Or a little field mouse running through the bush at 3 o'clock in the morning? You know, you become very alert. Um, or you hear coyotes at a distance. Hearing these things, it makes you think that you're on the edge. But it's just being aware. But then again, that's just we're in their territory. But yeah, I remember when I heard this little field mouse just running. I'm saying, I know it sounded like a deer. It was making so much noise, or a squirrel. That lot of noise. But then one of the most calming things is hearing the birds at 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it's like music. Again, you don't control the volume of Mother Nature. So, but Yeah, guys, I just wanted to come in here and chat with you guys. Look like my fire has gone out. So yeah, I came out here to do my little practice. I've done it. So I'm gonna pack up. I don't have to rush packing up because it's what time is it here? I don't know. It can't be that. It's I don't know. But yeah, it's I'll pack up and you know, when it's time to pack up, I'm always looking forward to like my bag is gonna be a lighter, much lighter. But it's really not lighter when you have to walk uphill. Now the hill that I'm walking up, it's a flat, false flat, but it just gradually goes up and up and up. And coming walking in is fine, but walking out, it's like wow, okay, I made it to my car. So, but it's all good exercise. It's really good exercise. So, guys, with that said, I'm gonna hop off of here. I'm gonna start gathering my things up, and yeah, I'm gonna go home and do my usual and get ready for tomorrow, April the 8th. So guys, with that, I'm gonna head off. Hey, thanks for everyone joining in. I definitely appreciate it. If I missed anyone, I definitely apologize, but it has been a lot of fun just sitting here, chatting with you all, telling you about my experience in the bush. All right, guys, thumbs up. I'll see you later. Bye.